Hi, Flosstube.
I'm Nancy.
And I'm Laura.
And we are
the Addicted Sisters. This is a picture of our dad, Marvin, and our brother, Chuck, in their military finery.
1968.
Yeah, and that's written right on there. Yeah. And I was little when that happened. I think next week we have another picture to show you from this trip when Chuck came home.
Yeah.
This, I believe, is when he came home from boot camp because he was just so proud to be in his uniform.
Yeah.
And
oh, I can't scoot back.
our dad was never any bigger than that.
No.
The man could probably have worn that uniform his entire life.
Yeah, well, he did.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he was...
I always call him a bird of a man because he was just...
I always compare him to Barney Fife.
Oh, my goodness. Well, this is the Addicted Sisters Floss Tube number 24. So welcome. It's July 14th, 2018. I did it at the beginning.
Woohoo! Woohoo! We don't have to think about it and rush in the middle someplace to get it
like
out.
Maybe I've done this a time or two now.
Oh, you think?
So, fun week. Last Sunday was Katie's birthday, and we had a real relaxed day, and she wanted Thai green curry for dinner. So that's what we had. It was really good. It's a really mild one. It's not a spicy one. You should have come. You would have enjoyed it.
That's beat.
We tried to talk. I kept asking Katie, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Because I can't ask Nancy at the last minute. And she said, well, I just don't know what I'm going to want to do. Maybe I'll want to do this. Maybe I'll want to do this. And we were rushing to get a box packed. And I think she was afraid that we would all be miserable.
Tired.
And, yeah. So it didn't work out. Nancy didn't come. So no hand and foot for us. But I don't know. Maybe this weekend sometime.
Who knows?
And a lot of you commented on hand and foot.
Yes, you did.
You kind of came out of the woodwork.
So, are you close to Kansas City area? Because sometimes we need a fourth.
Yes. And you know what? I learned to play hand and foot from a friend. And she told me that wherever you play, people have house rules.
Yes.
And that you play by their house rules, and that's it.
Yeah.
And we do have a few established because we do it to make it more of a fun game because it's usually with family.
Yeah.
And not a cutthroat game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Sometimes I forget and I lay everything down. I'm out, and I look around. I'm like, oh my god, my partner is not in her foot.
So she can't lay down and go out. I mean, you can't do that to your partner.
Right,
so.
right.
Anyway, it's fun. It's a learning curve and, strategy. So, I'm trying to teach her a little at a time. She panics when she gets those wild cards in her hand, and she's afraid she's going to get caught with them, and the other two aren't even in their foot, and she's panicking and throwing
Sometimes I do.
down.
Sometimes I do.
Oh, anyway, okay, so shout-outs.
Okay.
Who'd you watch this week? I got to get rid of the frog, sorry.
I watched a special by Flannel Jammies. Donna Ray, she was in Norfolk watching the fireworks. Her daughter had gotten them a water view room.
Ooh.
And they pulled the barge out in the middle of the river and then did the fireworks from there.
Oh,
so
cool.
her daughter really scored some points.
Donna Ray, awesome.
That was cool. And then I watched Priscilla and Chelsea, and their stash was amazing. Oh my God, I couldn't believe all the stuff they had. One design, because one lady sent them just an enormous amount
the viewers sent them stuff. Okay.
And it was just, the things they pulled out, I was just like, oh my God. One that I really want to get, though, and I pinned it, is Elizabeth's Designs Nature's Alphabet. And I just thought that was so cute.
I think I've seen that.
So cute. That would go so well with my other one, I watched a brand new one, Saltbuck Stitcher.
Brand new to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, this is her number 2.
Oh, so she is fairly new.
And she's a quilter. Her name is Carol, and she's in Jacksonville, Florida. She did, I thought she was a quilter. She does quilt, but she does both. So as I got farther in, she was showing different things that she did. She said she was patriotic long before Americana came out. So I thought that was
That's
cute.
funny.
Because, things do that. They do change. It's the same thing, and you just change the name, make it new. So, what did we say? Went to Liberty. Oh, she went to a Liberty retreat 3 to 5 years ago.
Oh, cool.
I don't know what that would be.
It could be Chessie and Me.
Oh.
Or it could have been Blackbird Designs. Both of those ladies taught, I believe, every year. I know that Chessie and Me taught Linda, and I would butcher her last name, Lautenschlager or something like that. I know that Linda taught a class every year, and I think it was like a 2 or 3 day class.
Oh,
so it could be that, but it could also be Barb and Alma doing one of their classes.
Yeah.
We miss the old mill
so
much.
Yes. Because there was so much going on there, and, we didn't get to join everything, but, man, makes a difference.
Because we just don't have that much money.
No.
And we want to do all the things, so.
Yeah, stitch all the things. I watched Stitching Social.
Me too! I caught up with the girls.
And they were in Jen's house on this one, and her hair is adorable.
Allison's new do, yep.
Yes, Allison's.
She donated her hair.
Yes, that was so sweet. So nice she did that. They had a lot of whips that I thought were really cool. And there were a couple that I thought were so cute. They're by the Primitive Hair.
Oh.
And they were Miss Mary Margaret Wool. And,
who is a sheep.
And Miss Harriet Hare Cotton.
A bunny. A sheep. A bunny.
They were just adorable. I loved them. So I pinned those too.
I caught up with them too. I watched their New Jersey retreat report, and they were so funny because they drove to the retreat.
Oh,
so I'm not sure what part of Canada they're in, but they drove to the retreat, and it was only supposed to be an 8-hour drive, an 8-hour trip. And it took them like 16 hours.
Oh my God.
Because they kept stopping and visiting places and doing things along the way. I mean, I love that. That's so, does that sound familiar? We went on a trip last fall, and it was supposed to take us about 3.5 hours to get there, 4 hours to get there. And it took us about 6. I think, maybe even 7.
Where did we go?
To Illinois. To the other side of St. Louis.
Oh, yeah. Had to get which trip in my head here.
Oh, and Jen, you showed your Bachelor Buttons chart by Sam. I think it's by Sam Sara Designs. And I have that chart. So I think maybe you and I should do a stitch along.
Oh my goodness.
But I would have to get all the
you
supplies.
Don't have enough stitching going on right now.
But see, I could start it today for something round. I could start with the eye, the center of the flowers. Right? It's so pretty. It's these blue, all the blue flowers.
They are
Love
gorgeous. I do like
and
that.
So Jen, let me know. We should do a Sal, you and me. And oh, and I love Jen's Stony Creek series. Those are the little ones. The second one that she did is like Take Time to Dream.
Oh, yeah.
And the first one was like Listen to Your Heart or Listen.
Yes.
Love
I think I've got those pinned that I want to get those.
And it was a freebie set from Stony Creek.
Oh.
If you did that. No, you have to buy them now. But she said that she got them, I think, in 2012. And if you claim them, I don't even know how that process went. But if you claimed them in the month they were put out, you got them free.
Oh, wow.
Maybe you paid for shipping, I don't know, but
Very
it was a good deal. Who else did you have?
The last one I have.
I probably have
she's
two.
on your list, but we have different numbers. Jeanie Swartz. Hello, Jeanie.
Hi, Jeanie.
She finished, I watched number 9. You watched 7. And she did her whips.
I watched all of hers and caught up.
Oh, okay. Well, she did whips, but she finished Grandpa's Pickup by Little House Needleworks, and that was really cute. She showed her Lizzie Kate Nevermore.
Yes.
I've got to get that one. I mean, it's just... I have that. It's just a little small.
It is. Katie wanted it, and so I picked it up. I ordered it, and Cece's got it in for me.
It is so cute. It's just one of those things you have to have for Halloween. And then she talked about not finishing her projects. That it's...
Oh, yeah.
She's scared that she'll mess it up. And I'm like, okay,
I know that anxiety.
Yes. I can't say that I don't finish mine because there's a ball there, there's a ball there, there's a ball there. But don't be afraid of it. You know, plan it out. Just take your time and do it.
Seriously, Jeanie is in the Kansas City area with us.
Yeah.
So seriously, we have got to go to Sue Wild's house.
Oh, yeah.
Or we have got to get Sue somewhere.
I thought of that. I had a dream about that. That we invited Sue and Judy up, and Sue did a class for us.
We need to do that because Sue does fabulous finishing.
Oh.
And she is so gifted with it. And I think that she could relieve the anxiety for all of us.
A lot of us. I had, what was I going to say? Oh, I had on Facebook, I kept commenting about this one lady's finishes, saying, oh, how pretty they are. Oh, you do such a beautiful job finishing. Oh, my, oh, my. And somebody very quietly told me, you know, Sue Wild does those, right? So she does beautiful work.
She really does. And she does a lot of the 3D things.
Yes.
And I mean, just cool
flat
finishes.
folds, she does beautiful pillows.
She does cubes. She does, I mean, she does everything. Tarts.
Yes, and the barrels, is that what they call them?
Oh, the
round,
I could
like
have told you.
can.
Drums.
Drums. A drum is a barrel.
Once you say a word, I'm like stuck.
Yeah. So, what else? Oh, she's not going to join us in our July stitching Christmas in July. She's going to start stitching Halloween throughout July because she is having a Halloween need.
Yeah, I got that too. I started back a little further because I was a little further behind.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started with number 7, and on May 16th, her granddaughter Everly was born.
Oh, how sweet.
So congratulations, Jeanie. I love that. I don't know if this is your first time being a grandma or if you have other grandchildren. I've forgotten that in all of this. But how wonderful. But she said they drove back. It's like 4.5 hours away.
Okay.
And they drove back and they drove through Abilene. And she was too tired to stop at Picture This Plus.
Who is ever too tired to stop and picture this?
Oh my gosh.
That just rejuvenates us if we get to stop there. So.
Yeah, and you know what? We'll go in sometimes and be tired, and we'll sit down at the table.
Yeah.
And then you start looking at everything on the wall, and then you see the big table of fabric. And
then you've got to get up and start perusing.
And you go play.
Yeah.
It's our playground. So yeah, Jeanie was one that I watched. I also watched Sara, the backward stitcher.
I haven't watched her for a few weeks. I got to get caught up.
Well, I had to go back far enough to see her teacher finish, which was so cute. And oh my gosh,
one I think I've watched.
So that's where you talked about she took her measuring tape.
Yes.
And she snipped a piece. She thought, this was $1. I can get another one. And snipped a piece off to make a hanger for the project.
That was so cute.
It was adorable.
Yeah.
And she went through her mania stuff. Oh, wow, Sara. Wow. And I loved, so Sara, when she did mania, she started a project on day 1, and then she worked on it day 1 and day 2. Then she started a project on day 3 and worked on it day 3 and day 4.
Oh, okay.
So she
got a little bit more in then.
So yeah, it wasn't those teeny tiny little blobs like I had.
We have.
But so she only did like 15 projects.
Okay.
During the month only.
Yeah.
And her home dyed fabric. Wow.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
She does a great job.
She did one that is like a really deep, dark, purpley black.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, I watch these or I listen to these while I am sewing, and I'm looking in a mirror that's about this big, and it's in front of me. And so, you know, if I'm at a spot where I can stop sewing, then I do and turn around when I need to.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you know, I'm looking in that little bitty mirror. So I missed what the project is, but I've seen her progress on it. And, you know, I kind of have those concerns that something's not going to show up when it is so dark.
Yeah.
It's looking great.
Good.
So, Kristen, LilyPadRevivals. Hi, Kristen. Kristen lives right here by us.
Yes, and we haven't gotten together. What's the deal?
Kristen had anxiety over finishing some things too.
Oh.
So that's the other reason I thought we have got to get together with Sue, because I just think Sue can alleviate our worries.
She's such a beautiful person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it would just be
so calm and relaxed.
Yes.
Yeah. I got a kick because Kristen showed some fabric that she got to make some project bags. Kristen, I want to show you something. We call this Stargazer.
Oh, she got this.
She's made a fabric bag, and look what we put inside. Now, Joann's is starting to get rid of this foil stuff. It makes me so sad because I love it. But yeah, so see, we made a book sleeve out of that one. And the other one that you really liked, you said that this reminded you of tattoos. That's what Katie thought too, and she loved this. We call this one our bad girl sleeve. So I had to show these, Kristen, and look at our inside. We thought that was fun.
Yeah.
We thought it was fun to just have something kind of real opposite of what's going on the outside. But this is so cool, and it's sparkly, and, you know, it's just cool fabric. But it was fun for me to see, and I thought, that looks really odd. You know what I mean? Because it's not a sleeve.
Yeah.
So Kristen had to share that with you.
It's so funny that you do that. You know, you see things or people out of character or out of place, and it just doesn't compute.
Okay, so Kristen talked about meeting us at the last get-together, and she said that, you know, you watch people on Flosstube, and it's, you know, it's just a 2D thing.
Yeah.
And to meet us in person in 3D was a little interesting. not in a bad way, but it was just like, she said it was just a little, it felt strange to her to meet the people that she just listens to.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's kind of how we felt about her, right?
And she said she's really introverted, and it wasn't that bad meeting people. I love that. I was cracking up.
Yeah.
And
I feel your pain, though. I really do, because I have to be really in the mind frame to be able to talk and chat freely with somebody.
That's why I'm with her.
Yeah.
And yes, Kristen, it was me who has a screaming rotation. So a screaming rotation means whatever screams the loudest gets the attention.
Yes.
Until something else screams louder. And, you know, I mean, it works for me. And, you know, we've talked about being monogamous stitchers and all that. And I've been having so much fun with the Christmas in July. But I'm ready to focus on my one and get it to the end.
Yeah.
But all three of our ladies, so I took a picture and posted it on Instagram of me with my headphones on, because I put on headphones and I have my little bitty mirror, and I think you can maybe see my sewing machine in front of me, and you can see my TV behind me, and I took my picture. You can't see my mirror because I've got the phone right about where that would be, but I took the picture of me, and I have all three of them, and I said, catching up with my KCMO STITCHTOGETHER FLOSSTUBERS today. And it was really cute to see that. And all three of them in the episodes that I watched,
Uh-huh.
gave us lovely, lovely shout outs.
Oh, I have got to get to them.
Girls, we love you too.
Yeah.
And if you guys out there are not listening, if you're not watching, yep, that's me with Jeanie.
I don't know how to get it to calm down.
Well, you have to just hold still for a minute here. Let's see if I can make you.
There you go.
So that's me with Jeanie, and you should be able to swipe. I don't know which way we swipe. There's me with Sara. And there's me with Kristen.
That's really cool.
Okay, now I have to very gently tap us.
Woo.
Hi, we're back. So, sorry, I know we got off into the Kansas City girls, but we love our girls. And it's so exciting to us to have other floss tubers in the area that we can actually get together with.
Yes.
And it is so exciting for us to have found all of these stitchers who either watch us on Flosstube or know about me through Stitch Mania group on Facebook. It's so exciting to have a group now. We've looked for a group.
It's been years we've been trying to create a group here in Kansas City and get people going.
And it took Flosstube and Stitch Mania to come up with a group. And we still haven't met everybody.
No. Oh my gosh, no.
And it's, I mean, that's exciting too.
Drop in the bucket almost, what we've seen, who we've met.
But girls, we love you all too. And if you are not watching Jeanie Swartz, Swartz, or Sara, the backward stitcher, or Kristen and she's E-N, Kristen, at LilyPadRevivals, you should go check them out because those are our local girls also. So that was a long segment.
That sure was.
We just loved our... I watched a lot this week. I had fun. I caught up with Pam and Steph, and the looks that they gave were just hysterical. And I don't know if they watch us, but Stephanie, if you watch, then you should watch a little bit longer because I'm going to have something to show on that prank fabric here in a little bit. Comments and questions. So, Deanna Avery. Hi, Dee.
Hi, Dee.
She says she's recovering from Stitch Mania. She went just full bore on Stitch Mania. If you are on that group, you should do the search up at the top while you're in the group and look for Deanna Avery and see all the things that she did during Stitch Mania because she was motivated.
Cool. Because I know she's had... I'm sorry, my chair is not sitting properly today.
Deanna suffers from motivation problems from time to time, and she was looking for something to kind of help, and I said, oh, I love this group. It's really busy, so be prepared. Well, she's been in some big groups before, so she's okay with that. But I think all of those people, the excitement got her, and it really, it was just what she needed.
And Deanna stitches a lot from her stash, which I think is really cool. Because how many of us run out, buy something new, and throw it on the shelf? You know, so that's really cool that she pulls and gets to see all of her projects and works them. I love that.
And she does a lot of Christmas.
Yeah.
So she said she's not on Instagram, but she is trying to catch up with us on the Christmas in July Stitch Along on she's doing it on Facebook. I believe she's only posting in Stitch Mania. Hey Deanna, if you have those posts, will you please post in Cross Borders so that Nancy can see them all too, because she's not in Stitch Mania.
No.
So if you would
drive me batty.
So if you would do that, then Nancy can catch up on you.
Yay!
And the other one, Debbie Stevens said she is having so much fun watching Christmas in July Stitch Along, and she said she's having fun making things fit for every day.
It's difficult, some of them.
And speaking of that, we're just going to skip right to this one. Judy Hall, thank you.
Yes, yes.
Some days we need a poke.
That was so great. Cause
some days we need a shove.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I loved how she said, girls. You know?
Christmas drinks was our hang-up.
And she just started naming off all this stuff. Think about what you drink. Eggnog. It has eggs. It has cream.
Eggs are chickens.
Yeah, yeah.
It has cream.
It has rum.
Cream comes from cows.
Yeah.
It has rum, or what was the other one? She listed 2 alcohols, 2 beverages, and she said great. Pirates.
Yes.
So I mean, you know, there were also, and then she wrote back and said, and now I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And now I want eggnog.
Eggnog.
And I'm hungry and I need breakfast, so maybe I'll go make an omelet.
That was great, though. I loved that.
We did get that, Judy.
I was just like, well, of course.
And you'll see later what I ended up doing, but it was because Judy said that and I read it that I thought, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Makes total sense then.
Mel, the Rocky Mountain Stitcher, came in. Oh, and Mel, I think, told us that she makes videos also, floss tubes.
Oh, okay.
So we need to check her out. But she said Stitcherista and Melanie Watkins have each done tutorials for stitching on even weave. So I did not write our stitcher down who was asking for help with that. Mm-hmm. But she said that she was thankful for the advice and she's ready to go try some even weave. Yeah. So, and I did get a message back from Bendy saying, oh, now I feel like I need to stitch on linen in my, because she was home.
Because we mentioned her.
And she did a stitch with me and I watched the stitch with me. She was so cute because she was like, she kept saying, I'm not going to talk about StitchCon the whole time. But this one more thing happened. And I don't know about you, but I love hearing what's happened at retreats.
Yeah, I do too, because it's so exciting and you kind of live vicariously then.
Mm-hmm. And I can't go to everything.
No, we have to be picky about it, and then we feel like we miss out.
And I was telling Nancy before we started, we're on the list for StitchCon for next year. However, I caught up with Pam and stuff and found out that they're going to start invoicing people the beginning of August. And I believe it's $150, and you have 2 weeks to pay it. And
that's not going to work for me.
My husband's out of a job. And what we thought was going to work is not going to work. Yeah. And it's just, I'm just not going to have money to do it.
I'm buying and selling and, you know, we're stretched thin. I just can't do it.
So maybe 2020 we'll try and make that. Yeah. And it'll be okay.
Yeah.
You know, but it'll be sad to see that invoice come and then go, I just don't think I can make it happen. So... because we really, really did want to be able to go. The other thing is, that's right before ours would be, just like 2 weeks. So, next up, Counting My Stitches and Doodlebug Stitcher each ask, how do you keep your fabrics from getting dirty or dusty?
Well, or fading. Somebody asked about fading. And my fabric wall is... my windows are across the room and they are north facing windows, so I don't get a lot of sun in through there. If I do, it's just very shallow and doesn't come across this far into the room. But so I don't have fading that way.
She uses her fabrics.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I pull them off so they don't, stay creased. I pull them off and look at them and fondle them and all of that stuff. So they get opened and closed and aired, if you will. Mm-hmm.
You rearrange periodically.
I do, because color gets out of place and it has to be in the right place. But so dirty and dusty, I don't accumulate that much dust in this particular room. I don't know how, because I've got my washer and dryer in here.
Maybe they just blow stuff around it.
Maybe. But the big thing for me is that my cats don't bother it. I've caught
Sunny likes to hide.
I've caught Sunny walking behind on the bottom, but they have never come in and tried to climb the wall or anything like that.
I don't know that they realize that that's a climbing thing.
Well,
with all your fabric on it.
Yeah, I guess not, but thankfully.
Yes.
Because this thing is heavy and it would really hurt them if it fell on them.
My cat Poppy would be in it, I'm sure.
No. So if you get one, you secure it to the wall like you do those baby things.
The last one is Tina G, and I'm only going to say G. I would guess that it's Grijalva. She wants me to show pulling a thread. I talked about it last week, and I guess you have a needle for me, right?
Yes, I can get one.
So this is the one I was going to pull. So, yeah.
That's my good needle.
Oh, there's a needle in here.
Oh, okay.
It's a little needle, but there's a needle in here. So, I have this big piece of fabric, and I only need the bottom. And I am, I think halfway I'll finish there. So I think it's going to be pretty much the full, piece. Yeah. So, okay. I don't have a needle. It's okay. I'll put it through. I got it through my shirt.
Here, I'll let you borrow my...
the perfume bottle?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
It even shows up on your shirt.
So what I'm going to do with this...
Let me pull out of the way a little bit.
What I'm going to do with this is as wide as my piece is. So first I'm going to match it up. I'm just going to fold it. I do mine. I don't measure. This is how I measure. I fold my piece in half. Make sure that my stitches, I'm looking at it in my lap. That really helps you a lot. I make sure that it matches top and bottom here. And then I just see how far up I've gone. And then I go to a couple of threads up here. Now here's where I'm not sure if I can really get in here. Probably I'm going to flash you all again. No, I'll do this. Okay, so I get in here and I find a thread. I'm going to try and hook this under here and then show you what I'm talking about. So I get this under a thread. I hold real still eventually. So it's hooked under, and then I just pull that thread out. So now I have a loose thread right here. See that? And you can see where it's come out. Now I'm going to sit here for a minute and work this. I should have thought of something else we could talk about, huh? And this one I have to get, I'm just pulling this like you would to do gathering. Yeah. So I'm just going to run this all the way across. Now when I get to the other side, I believe that's a finished edge. So it's going to be a little different. I'm going to have to make a cut. And usually I would start at the finished edge side, but that's not where my stitching is. And I could have started from over there, but I'd rather start closer to my stitching and know that I got that part right.
The right amount of fabric available.
And this takes a couple of minutes. It's not, I don't rush it. And, you know, I just am working this along as I go.
I have done that accidentally.
Do you have scissors? Because I did not bring scissors with me.
I do have scissors here in this bag.
Nancy always has scissors because she always has her travel project with her. I don't really have a travel project right now because I don't stitch on one at school. I only get a half-hour break, and you know, when we're going someplace, I take the big bag. Okay, so I have gotten over to the edge.
To the selvage
sometimes edge. Okay, I can let go of that, huh? Sometimes it will pull through. So what I'm going to do there is clip that. And it'll be right about the right place.
Oh, so you're cutting the fabric straight with them.
I cut the selvage because that is going to let me go ahead and withdraw my thread. And at this point, excuse me, Nancy, at this point, it is just bunched all the way across. And this one has been really highly cooperative.
Yes, I'm so glad.
Because normally when you're doing this, it will it'll break 2 or 3 times, which is fine because you'll have pulled and you can see where it's pulled.
I'm waiting for this one to go and hit me.
Do you want to be the one holding on to that, Nancy?
No.
I mean, this has been exceptionally cooperative. Okay, look at this.
Ta-da!
This never happens. Can I just say that? This never happens that it would come out like this. So seriously, Tina, you're not going to do this. It just doesn't happen. So now what's going on with this is you can see, hopefully you can see that. You can see that there is a thread pulled out there. And all I'm going to do is get my scissors from either side. And I usually grab my big dressmaker scissors because it's quicker. But you can use whatever you've got. Okay, I'm a Ginger junkie. So I have Ginger embroidery scissors and I have Ginger dressmaker scissors also. I started buying them on eBay before people figured out that they were there and being sold for next to nothing.
Yeah.
I got retired patterns for just
pennies.
I did. I mean, I could not believe what I was paying to get things. So, Nancy's little storks are so cute. But they are little bitty short blades.
Uh-huh.
This could take a couple hours. How long do you guys want to watch me do this? Nancy, what do you have to talk about?
We don't have a fast forward system on here.
Kristen, I want to get together with you and have you teach me how to do some editing.
Yes.
Because I think that's something that would be really important. And maybe we'll film it even. Because that would be fun. We'll edit out all of the stuff I don't want to show.
The bloopers. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we could do a tip now for being a floss tuber.
We could. We're going to start a new segment called Tips on Being a Floss Tuber.
I think the number one tip is, you know, we've watched so many of the floss tubers now, and we've met several here in the Kansas City area. And one thing we've noticed is people aren't the same on camera as they are in person. And I think
they are and they aren't.
Yeah, but I think that's a big thing. You know, I'm probably more outgoing on here than I am in person. But you need to try to do that. You know, just let yourself be free and not worry about what's happening. Don't think you're going to have to go back in and edit something out because you're being crazy or silly.
Nobody needs these to be perfect.
No.
In fact, the majority of our viewers have the most fun when something silly or ridiculous happens during our video.
And you know, it happens almost every video.
I mean, for a while there, I had dropsy so bad we couldn't even get through a video. And, you know, tapping the thing and having my iPad and the whole thing go flying off the back. You know, I need to go watch it again because I would bet our faces were like, and you guys love that stuff. Okay, look. I've now cut it.
Ta-da!
And here's the other piece. And it's cut exactly on the line. And it does take a couple more minutes to do this. And I'm willing to spend that time. Because for me, I'm really bad. I think Nancy is better at cutting a straight line than I am. But I am challenged. So let me tell you, when somebody said, make the ditch.
Well, that just makes perfect sense. All right, I'm scooting in.
That's fine. You're coming in. But I think that's a huge thing. And thank you for asking about that because, you know, we say things a lot of times and I don't know what people know and what they don't.
Right, right. And, you know, we love showing tips like that, helping you out, So
we're going to talk about tips on being a floss tuber. I know that there are a lot of you out there who are thinking, yeah, maybe I want to, but I'm nervous about it. I really don't think there's anything to be nervous about. No. I, in the last couple of weeks, completely caught up with Nicole, the Buckeye stitcher, and she's been doing this for almost 2 years, I want to say.
Wow.
And I watched every single one of them. The longest video that she has, I think, is about 44 minutes. But most of her videos are like 15 to 20 minutes. And you can catch up with her. And she's great at these. And she says that she's an introvert. I'm amazed at the number of people who make Flosstube who say that they're introverted. So
well, I think there's more of us out there than people really know.
But But you can do that. You can make a short video. It does not have to be an hour-long video.
If I was doing this by myself, mine probably would be really short. You know, just enough to get you what I'm doing, what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
But be yourself. That's our tip this week.
Absolutely.
So, previous finishes. I'm just showing mine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Since we're on this Christmas in July thing, I am bringing some of my Christmas pieces, and really this is helping me out.
She makes me so jealous.
Really, this is helping me out because otherwise, when Christmas comes around, I wouldn't have enough weeks to show you everything. My mother-in-law, when I was a starting stitcher, said that her goal was to be able to take everything off her walls and replace it with a stitched piece. So for a long time, I made sure that I stitched something for Christmas every year and I got it finished so I could replace one more picture. And I need to get back to that because it is so cool to take everything down. Nancy changes things out a lot. Yeah. I don't as much.
Not with just stitching. I mean, I have, you know, pictures, framed photos, or I can see my mom's painting right now.
I think you need to do a home tour on Instagram.
Ooh.
On Instagram. I think you need to do pictures of your walls and call it a home tour.
I could probably do that.
It's fun because Nancy mixes a lot of things together, a lot of different types of displays to go on the walls. So,
but I mean, I want to see everything. So I do try to remember seasonal things and move them into that place and take something out. Freshens your house up. Gives you a new outlook.
Yep.
New attitude.
My piece this week is Celtic Christmas by Marilyn Levitt Emblem. I never remember whether it's Told in a Garden or Lavender and Lace, which one she did it under. But I saw this at the Spirit of Cross Stitch Festival in Des Moines, and I saw it done just like this, and I bought all the supplies from the shop right then. I don't think I bought my DMC, because this is all DMC.
Wow.
Marilyn's designs are fabulous for that. But I saw it done like this.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Doesn't that dress just look like velvet?
Yes.
And okay, so these Celtic designs that she's done have a big band all the way around that's all of like Celtic knotwork and stuff. They hadn't done that with theirs. And I just fell in love with this. I'll come up close and let you see. I'll start here. So
if we had thought,
her little foot.
My pattern now.
And that's her. I love her hair. Look at that one little strand that just flips out there. I just love this lady. And the only back stitching is on her hand and her face. So Marilyn did all of this just with shading. I mean, look at the folds in the dress.
Wow, and it's amazing. And then the beadwork on it too just it just glistens. I just am amazed at everything that she got into these patterns. And I mean, these are from the 80s, guys. These are from the 80s. I did this face before I learned about over one faces, before that became a big thing. You don't notice this when it's far away at all. But I just love. It's beautiful.
That's what I really love.
May find that missing sometimes.
And the Old Mill Stitchery framed this for me. And I didn't date this or anything else. So, bad me. But sign your pieces.
At least on the back. You know, on the paper. At least write on there when you did it. And if you can remember your fabric, your flosses, all that stuff. Because
I have something for us to put in our shop that will help with that.
Oh. We're going to have a shop someday. Yeah. When I grow up.
When Nancy gets moved and can have her sewing machine out full time, because I don't have time to sew other stuff.
No. And well, we'll talk about it in a minute.
I have some other creative help, though. I have a call for help. Help! Now, I will admit, Nancy found this in a search, but I would have to buy a whole kit on eBay and spend $13, and all I need is the pattern. I have this from years ago, And I loved it so much that I bought 2 kits. And all I have left are the instructions. Here, my bag is empty now. Something fell out.
Your twisty tie.
Yeah, my twisty tie that was on it. Okay, so
to
look at this.
Things.
Look at this. I have all the instructions. I have the Ada. Look, I did stitch on Ada.
Well, look. Oh, my chickens. We've shown them.
Yeah.
Hello.
And I have the cards and the envelopes. I have everything ready. Guess what I don't have anymore? The pattern. Somehow, the pattern for this has gone missing. Now, really, truly, I could probably blow that up and figure it out. But what I really want is the pattern so that I can...
have it all together.
And I can have a listing. Darn it, I threw that thing. I thought you put it back in the bag. We'll get it later. So,
see, there's our drop for the day.
But I really want that pattern. So if somebody out there can help me with that, I would really appreciate it. It's current counted cross stitch Christmas card kit, code 11727-9. 11727-9. And like I said, Nancy did find it on eBay. The copyright is 1989, Current Incorporated. And I contacted Current. Let me start there. I contacted Current and showed him a picture, gave him all the information off of this. No, they didn't have any help for me.
Oh.
And that really saddened me because I really want that. It's so pretty. We made it once for Jeff's brother, Brian, and he liked it so much that he took it, left the whole card together, and found a beautiful little 5x7 photo frame and just put it in it. And every year at Christmas, they pull it out and set it up as a decoration.
I like that.
So it was very sweet. I mean, I don't think I ever expected Brian to be so sentimental, and yet that was really, really sweet. So, okay, so that's that. We are up to chart rehoming. Woohoo! I found something this week, guys, and Nancy has pulled hers out to show you again. So she gets to show a couple of finishes. So I found the chart for Voice of the Shepherd, which they just did on 16 count sage or 32 count Belfast natural linen. I would think this one is on Belfast. But here's Nancy's. Here's the difference fabric makes. Oh, I'm supposed to hold this side, right? Nancy was concerned about the fact that it's been folded. But so look at that.
That's a difference to me that fabric can make.
I've got that frog too. I thought maybe I was getting a cold.
Because for me, this is the sky background then behind everything.
And mine is a little different color than this.
Yours is on green.
Because I like the pastoral feel.
Yeah, I really loved yours too, like that.
We both have our reasons for choosing the colors we do, and it's what calls to you. Nancy's a blue person.
Yeah.
So I'm a purple person, but I do green a lot.
Yes, you do.
Because I can't do everything purple.
No.
It wouldn't look right.
We grew up in an all-green house.
Yeah, and
so it kind of surprises us sometimes when we're drawn to these colors. We're like, really? I mean, I'm looking at our stool here that we have all this turquoise green, and she did like the whole house in that one year.
Oh.
It was hilarious.
But the bad thing is that it was like turquoise and avocado and...
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, my bedroom was all an avocado.
So, if you... Now, my little bag is, worse for the wear, but I
probably have one we can replace that with.
But I have the whole thing right here. I even keep the top, so it was told in a garden. I mean, I keep everything, and I pulled the chart out, and we opened it carefully. I must have been very gentle with it.
Yeah.
Because it shows very little wear and tear. And I have had this probably since it came out.
Yeah, I think you said there was one little bitty tear on a seam.
Yeah, where I had opened it up. I think it's right here.
Right there.
Look at this. Right there. That's the wear and tear on mine. But this is from 1989. So
Must have been a good year.
Oh, I even have, you want to know what I stitched mine on? I stitched mine on Silk Weaver, Belfast Linen, 32 count, a solo. And it has the number. So anyway, if you would like to stitch this one, you can, I like when they answer questions, but I guess we have 2 of them, so we don't really want to do that. So you can say, I would like to stitch the shepherd.
Okay. Then she made me think about what I had, and I bought 2 of these. Sheep in the Meadow.
Look at that pretty purple house.
Yeah. No, those sheepies are so cute. And then the words, too, aren't they in purple?
They look like it to me, but I was trying to sneak a peek at yours.
So
maybe they are in brown like that.
I know somebody told us whose this was, and
we didn't go back and look it up.
I beg your forgiveness. I beg your pardon, I haven't written it on here. But I saw this on a Facebook group, and I loved how they did that in the center of all the little sheep virtues.
If that's you, will you please respond again on this video and tell us it's you so that Nancy can write it on her sheet, because she may have questions for you.
Yeah. So I found a piece of lamb's wool.
That's one of Nancy's favorite, okay? You guys know that lamb's wool is a neutral. Yeah. It's a great neutral.
So there's where I'm at. But you see, Laura pointed out the house because, see, it's blue. My house is blue.
And I think she did that because aren't there blue touches
There's
around?
more blue in the virtues than purple. So just to give you an idea of what it looks like done, because I am done on this. Well, you can't see it.
Oh, the little house is red, white, and blue. Get up close for the house, please. Look at that. By the eaves, she's got a little bit of red and a little bit of white under that brown roof.
So there's a heart there, I think. Yeah.
But see, you've got white and red, and that is really cute. So you can make this your patriotic thing.
And then I did keep the purple and the flowers and put them all through here.
And the lady who did it did them red and white.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and yellow. I think she did hers white and red. And on the pattern, they're white and purple. I did all of my big flowers in yellow.
They look so pretty. I think you put one in purple, and we looked at it, and it just didn't quite work.
It was too much for me or something. I don't remember. But sheep in the meadow singing their song softly and sweetly all the day long.
And that makes me think of Mom and Dad. All the day long.
Oh, yeah. I'm not answering that doorbell.
You know what? That may be my husband wanting his truck. And I was going to tell him that the keys are in the console.
Okay.
So she's going to scoot out for a second. I'm going to show you this picture again so that you can see all of these, because boy, is it pretty. Look at that. So you can see the differences again, where those red and white flowers are, and how Nancy changed her house to be blue like that also. I think she just picked up the blue from Patience over there on the side. See that? That flower is probably about the same color as the house. Was it him?
No, it's FedEx man.
Oh, so I just showed him again. I'm guessing that you picked up your blue from Patience.
Yeah.
So whatever color Patience called for, I bet that's what Nancy used.
Yep.
Okay, so
I do have all of those. You're in the bag to do.
All of the little virtues?
Yeah. So, if you want to stitch this,
it's only for the one chart.
Yes.
You have to get the virtues yourself.
Yes. Of course, I probably have double of those too.
Yeah. So you could say,
to me. Sheep.
Do you want to say meadow? Because there are sheep on here too. I don't want people to get confused. So let's say I would like to stitch the meadow. Okay? M-E-A-D-O-W, meadow. And then that will be that. We will draw for those two next week.
Same bat channel.
Same bat time. We haven't done that for a while. given away a chart. So it's kind of fun to get back to that again. The next thing that's really exciting for us.
We figured out the name of our retreat.
Oh, you skipped.
I did? Oh.
We are almost at...
almost at 2,000 subscribers.
So, you know what that means.
Giveaway.
Giveaway, giveaway. We're not saying giveaway on anything. You have to be 18. You have to be a subscriber, all that good stuff. So we are at 1,798 subscribers currently. So that means we only need 202 subscribers. Because math, Stephanie. Because math. We only need 202 subscribers, and when we hit there, and it's been going slowly, so we're telling you this now, it could take another month, before we get there. But when we hit 2,000, there will be a giveaway. So go out and tell your friends to watch us and subscribe.
We'll have something special.
I figured out I was not subscribed to Kristen.
Oh.
So check it.
That's just what I was going to say. If you watch all the time and you comment, or even if you don't comment, subscribe to us. And then click the little bell so that you get notifications when we put our new video out.
Yeah. So anyway, that's that. So next she said, we came up with the name. So our retreat. We were talking, we were eating Mexican food.
Yeah.
We were talking over different things.
You know, we do a lot of good thinking over Mexican food.
And it's been really difficult since I've gone gluten-free.
Yes.
But we have found a really good Mexican place really close to where the retreat will be and where Cece's is.
Los Cabos.
Yes, really yummy. And so we are naming the retreat. Do I get to tell since I thought of it?
Yes, you can.
We were trying to think of something short because I like StitchCon because it's short.
Yes.
And we wanted it to tell something about us.
Yeah, and we didn't want to say
The Addicted Sisters Flosstube Retreat. Yeah. We have a friend.
Did you get that?
Yeah. We have a friend who thought that if you didn't watch Flosstube, you couldn't come.
Yeah. No, everybody's welcome.
Yeah.
We're just going to put some of those Flosstubers to work.
There are our capacity will be 100, so only that many people will be able to come. But our retreat is the Show Me retreat.
SHOW.
Show Me. Missouri is the Show Me state. And what's the first thing you say to another stitcher when you go to a get together?
Show me what you're working on.
So that's what it is. Double meaning, double meaning. Two sisters, two meanings. So show me state, show me what you're working on. And I think we thought that would be fun.
Yes.
And we talked about...
Easy.
Yeah. It'll just be a fun thing to do. So now we're going to refer to this as the Show Me retreat.
I'll forget it 1,000 times, but you'll help me remember.
And we also wanted to tell you that we are planning to get the sign up for it up early in August, maybe not August 1st, but early in August. And
we got a lot of work to do.
Yes, we do. And we wanted to let you know that there will be a $100 deposit required, and that's your registration fee that will help take care of the stitching room and all of the extra things. Then we will, when we confirm your payment, we will give you the information for the hotel, and you will call and make your own reservations. And we won't have anything to do with your reservations.
No.
We will, however, have a Facebook group set up. We'll probably call it Show Me 2019. Or Show Me Retreat 2019. And we will set that up so that if there are some of you out there who need a roommate, or you need to find out, well, no, I guess you would have to sign up first. But, maybe you could hook up with somebody and drive with them.
Yeah.
We're right in the middle of the country, you'll have to figure out how things go. I know it's about a 9-hour drive to Cincinnati because Katie lived there. It was about 11 to 12 hours up to Columbus. We're about 7 hours from McKinney, Texas. We're about
4 hours.
7 hours from Chicago. We're about 4 hours from St. Louis.
Mm-hmm. Or Wichita, or...
Yeah, we're like 3.5, 4 hours from Wichita. Mm-hmm. So, and Nancy and I drive these distances.
Can you tell?
I mean, we've got these down.
Yeah.
Our brother, if you go, okay, so our brother lives in Sweeney, Texas, which is way down, like 20 minutes from the coast.
Uh-huh.
And he is about 5 hours. He's an hour south of Houston, and I think it was 5 hours past McKinney.
Mm-hmm.
So Galveston, Sweeney, they're like this. They would be, but they're about the same distance either way. So, that would be about a 12-hour drive.
I drove from Galveston because we went down there.
We went on a cruise.
And I drove that in one day and got us all home. Of course, we stopped several times, but so it's doable.
By the time we got home,
I was like, "Hurry and get out! I gotta get to
bed." But that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there will be more information coming about that, and
we hope you're excited. We are.
Yeah. And
we are.
We're a little anxious, and the big news is that on Wednesday. This coming week?
With Kathy?
Mm-hmm.
No, the following week, right?
No, it's this coming week.
Today is the
14th. Anyway.
Let's just look at the calendar. We've got another whole week. We're going to meet with them here.
Oh, I thought it was this week.
See, sometimes I am right. Once in a while.
I didn't think that you had flexible time that long. Yes, I thought it was only this week.
No.
Okay.
I know I have 2 weeks.
So in 2 weeks, in a week and a half, we are going to meet up with Kathy and Sylvia from Cece and Company. And they are going to help us out with some things. And we have already made contact to get a trunk show and maybe a special design, and we are thinking, but we've planned a small retreat and we have a lot of notes and things about it, but
and that's our problem. We have so many notes, we can't get them all combined down into one. We have to do a little bit here, a little bit here, and a little bit here. Mm-hmm. So it's which ones do we want to do? And
that's why I've been excited to see all the retreat stuff too, because I want to pick up some good ideas.
Yeah.
And definitely will ask if we can borrow some things. So.
Okay.
Anyway.
Cool.
That's that.
Hope you watch for it.
Yes. We are over an hour.
Oh my.
Okay, so we are up to Christmas in July. And if you follow me on Instagram at Pattern Queen 3 at The Addicted Sisters, then you've seen some posts. So we started with the 7th because last Saturday was the 7th.
Yeah.
That theme was family. I'm trying to think what in the world I did for that one, because I think I started with the 8th.
You showed your picture of Jeff, with Jeff, right, for the 7th?
No, that was choosing the tree.
Oh, okay. Well, for family, I did the little thistle. I did it for Jamie because she got in a spot where she was stuck. So I worked on it a little bit, and this is what I got done. I got her leaves on and got it all settled down for her. So she's maybe in a better spot now. Maybe she can take it over and work on it.
So evidently I skipped day 7. I know I stitched. I must not have posted.
That's funny.
I didn't post, and I can't think what I even worked on for it. That is funny, because, I've been really good about posting, but...
Yeah, you have.
But I didn't post one, so I'm sorry. Can't tell you what I did for that day. The next one, day 8, something sparkly.
What did you do?
Well, I got to get mine out. The pattern, too. Do you want to show yours?
No, I just showed. You can show.
Okay.
This is my last one to show. So.
Okay, something sparkly. I really wanted to do this chart. Be your own kind of beautiful.
Yeah.
So I actually did this for day 8 and day 9. Tinsel, something sparkly, and day 9, something packaged, a kit.
Turn it over.
So I chose this. I don't know if you can see that fabric, but it is opalescent linen from Picture This Plus in the color opal.
It's really pretty.
And it's a really...
I love that.
It's a cool kind of peachy pink, and yet I have laid out all of my colors on it, and they're going to look really pretty on it. And see, I pulled the thread to do this. Look how square that is. It is pretty darn good.
Nice.
And I did 2 corners from it. These are the colors that I'm using. You know, people are always curious about what in the world we use. Oh, and read that thing at the bottom. I'm going to hold it there. That'll probably be our thing this week. If you spin around on your chair really fast, things around here make a lot more sense.
I'll have to try that in a little bit. I don't quite have the room here.
Don't you love that?
Okay, day 8. For my tinsel, I did Over the River and Through the Woods.
Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go.
So that's my Little House Needlework. And I've got to think which way this... Okay, goes like this. I didn't get very much done because I got stuck and had to rip, and the floss kept knotting. I mean, you can see how... Look at that.
Which way does this go?
This way.
Ah, you started in that corner. Okay.
So that's what I got done.
Okay, that makes me think of a tip. Anytime I have a selvage, now, no. Most of the time when I have a selvage, my selvage either goes on my left side or on the top. That's just a me kind of a thing, and I think because I have so many whips, it kind of mentally helps me. And where I have a blob like that, then I know where it should be. Yeah. If you know where you started, that's fine.
It'll be easy, but yep. So that's it for me.
Then Nancy kind of had a slim. Okay, so day 10 was something snowy. Day 11 was Christmas drinks. And day 12 was something green. I worked on the same project 3 days. So I can't show you progress 3 times. You know this piece we just cut? It's the one I did. So it's Reindeer ABCs. There's my big picture by JBW Designs. I'm almost halfway.
It's really cute. Really cute.
Thank you. I really like this one, and I like my fabric for it. So I've gotten that far. So I think the something snowy and the something green are obvious. Christmas drinks. Thank you, Judy Hall, because it made me think, and look what I used. Cherry wine.
Very
so
good.
There's only one red in this picture. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 greens and 1 red and 2 browns. So the reindeer get to be 2 different colors.
Yeah.
And then there was supposed to be blue snow because they did theirs on white, but I'm doing icicle because mine is on this blue. But my new favorite color, I love this. It's the M. It's
and
the
the
V and the S. My new favorite color is Gentle Arts Sampler Threads, Otter Creek. I love this. So I'll show you again so that you can see. It's the M and the V.
It's that really deep green.
And it's got a lot of blue in it and a little brown. I really love it.
Very pretty.
And I was going to see if I could tell you what the fabric is. I'm sure it's on.
There it is.
Yeah. It is Arctic from Picture This Plus. And you know, at first I thought maybe it was going to be maybe a little dark, but
I like it.
it's really worked out pretty, and all of my greens show, all of my, you know, everything
like
shows. I don't know that you see a lot of difference between a couple of my greens, but you know, I'm liking this.
You know, I like when it's a little subtle, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it gives it more depth to me.
My little reindeer are so cute,
So
aren't they?
Cute.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so then last night was speed skating. And again, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I did a 20-minute sprint. And, okay, I kind of did this because if you have, sorry for crinkles here. Sorry. If you watched any of the StitchCon stuff, maybe you know that Michelle Bendy Stitchy was asked to do a to see how many stitches she could do in 20 minutes, and they turned it into a fundraiser for Alzheimer's.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
And in 20 minutes, she did 83 stitches, and she raised $830.
Oh my gosh.
People were pledging so much. She had some people who pledged $1 a stitch.
Wow.
Because they were just, you know, they could just do that. And some people pledged a nickel, and, you know, people pledged what they could.
Very cool.
So I thought 20 minutes, that sounds like, you know,
a long time.
I'm just curious. I know that they say that a quick stitcher can stitch about 300 stitches an hour.
Oh my gosh.
An hour. Okay. So here's what I did. I chose Carrot Talk by the Work Basket, which was one of my Stitch Mania starts, and it's all one color. And I am using this glorious Sweet Violets from Victorian Motto Sampler Shop. It is just beautiful. I don't know that you even get all of the color. And I chose Prank from Picture This Plus to stitch this on. And Prank is this very loud orange. Okay, now I only had the outline part up. And so I started filling in down here, and I knew I could do it. And the first time I had to make the little hole for the cottontail. So in my first 20 minutes, I posted on Instagram and told you I did 103 stitches.
Oh my God, she's a fast stitcher, really is.
So I decided to do a second sprint just to see if it was a fluke. And I stitched 105 stitches. Ooh. And I had to stop and thread my needle and do a pin stitch and start again both times. And I still got that many stitches. Wow. So imagine that took probably a minute and a half it probably took a minute and a half to 2 minutes to do that. And I still got over 100 stitches.
Goodness. Yay you!
It was fun. Oh my gosh. And then I just went on and filled in a little more because this one is going to be a study in patience. I mean, that's a lot of stitches across. I mean, I think I counted on my chart.
It's really cute.
Oh, it is such an adorable chart. There are only 7 there. 29, 36 stitches across the bottom of his foot. Okay. And then, you know, it goes back some and it'll go out and in. But I think this is the funniest thing.
You know what's so funny? I mean, I knew there were 3 bunnies and I knew there was a carrot, but I didn't realize you didn't have the body of the 3rd bunny.
It's supposed to be, I feel, like that picture of the 3 witches around the cauldron.
Uh-huh.
It's just...
It's cute.
I mean, it's reminiscent of that. Yeah. And I think that's... I mean, I like bunnies anyway, but I think that just kind of cracked me up, and that's what I was thinking when I saw it. So that's what I did for speed skating.
I didn't get anything else done because I had a boss who was going out on vacation. So we were working late trying to get some projects done. I get home and we had showings at 6 and 7 o'clock at night.
A couple weeks ago, Nancy had a message asking if somebody could do a showing at
9 o'clock at night. I was like, are you crazy in your head?
Because I'm not.
That was an immediate no. And I try really, honestly, I try really hard not to decline any showing because I want to get my house sold.
You never know which one could be the one.
Right. So, yeah. So that's why, you know, by the time we get through all of that stuff and get home and get dinner, oh, I'm sorry, I poked you. You know, it'd be too late. I just couldn't. I couldn't get something out and get it started and get unwound again to get to bed.
Well, and so often, I think what stops me is that you have to thaw whatever you need to fix for dinner. And
yeah,
and it just puts you behind. And
yeah, because I mean, I try to plan ahead, and I even have I have a little pantry that they did, a half pantry in my kitchen, and I painted a chalkboard on it, and I put "What's for dinner?"
It's really cute.
Have all the days down the side, and we're supposed to fill that in, and then that way I know in the morning I can look on the chart and go, okay, we're going to have spaghetti tonight. I need to get out, you know, hamburger or sausage or whatever, and have that thawing throughout the day.
The other thing I have to tell you is that my house is west facing, so my living room is the hottest part of the house. It's pretty miserable. And this week in Kansas City, we had temperatures over 100 degrees for 3 or 4 days.
Yes.
One day, I think they clocked us at 115 degrees.
There have been major heat advisories.
Yeah.
So
it was bad. So
even at night, I mean, it's not going down 85 maybe.
Mm-hmm. So the funny thing at my house is that we turned all the lights off in the living room and watched TV. So for me to stitch at night, I pulled out.
Get that little headlamp thing, Laura.
No. Katie bought me that cool lap desk,
Uh-huh.
and it has a strap across the corner. I took the lamp from John and Sue Ellen, and I slid that little foot right under the strap.
Very nice.
And I turned my little lamp on, and it doesn't put out heat.
That's cool.
It is cool. But so it's there, and you know, I find myself leaning so that because the cord only comes so far from where I have it plugged in. But that's how I've stitched. Now last night it was cool enough. I left the big light on, and I think Jeff hated it but I was speed skating, and I cannot speed stitch halfway in the dark. I told him I am speed skating. It's got to be
speed stitching.
Yeah. So today
I'm going to start and see if I can speed stitch.
Oh, you're going to do
and catch up
every day, right? You're going to try and do every day. Oh, do you want to show them what you're going to do?
Well, what do I have?
So you did. Oh, you were going to do. Did you do tinsel?
Yeah, that was
the sparkles.
The bitty bit. On
so
the
you
sparkles.
Need something packaged, which we said could combine with your something snowy.
Well, I thought we were going to do this. Well, something snowy.
Oh, you were going to do something packaged, yes, so that you can get far enough.
On my blue flower.
Which you have started, and you've got a good...
I can pull it out.
And we played with all my beads, and we finally... Nancy had given up and said, I'll find something. And I found one more little set of beads, and so it's going to work.
Yeah, so I've got to get the other piece here on the flower, and then an inner petal in here.
So that's today, right?
Yeah. I've got an inner petal, and then I'm going to, and then when we get down to the next one, I'll show you that.
Okay, so then something snowy was day 10.
Yep.
Or jingle bells. Yay!
I'm going to get way in, and then put all the jingle bells, all the snow.
Oh, the word way. Yeah. Okay. And then Christmas drinks.
I'm going to do... I had to think about this a minute. Where'd you go?
Oh, yeah. Where did it go?
Here it is.
Thank you, Judy Hall.
I'm going to do Farm Fresh.
Can you move that? Yeah.
Farm Fresh.
Look at that.
Because it's got eggs in it, and eggs are in eggnog.
Thank you, Judy Hall.
Yeah, I've got to figure out what I'm going to stitch it on. I'd like to snag a piece of that yellow check up there, but I got to make sure I got enough of it for my...
Other chickens?
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
I don't have yellow check. Okay, and then the 12th is something green.
I'm going to go back to this. So
That's
I get that
cute.
tree in.
And then you'll have your speed skating, which is all of them.
Yeah.
All of them. She's going to speed skate through the weekend. And then today's is Christmas balls, which we thought would be something round. So Nancy will
add beads to my blue flower.
I am going to see what calls to me tonight, but because I'm not very far on that one, I don't think I can find a round piece. But see, this one has
he's got lots of roundies.
But see, I'm like down here.
Yeah, but look at his toes.
Oh, it could do his toes. Okay, so I could do tribal hippo because I am in that one paw that has that. Or look at this. I should pull this one out and show you guys.
Oh. It's another one that just makes you go, oh.
So this one is, I think I've shown the pattern before. It's a Quaker Christmas by Bygone Stitches. Look at all the rounds. Mm-hmm. I mean, I could do that. Beautiful. I would definitely have to stitch around a motif. Let's see where I am. Oh, I've already gone around.
Is that this one?
Yep. This is how far I am. But what I could do
Beautiful.
is go close by and go around that, or I could go...
Look at, there's a little round piece there. Have you put that in yet?
I've done this one, but no, I haven't done that one. So I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll be almost to my Merry Christmas.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I mean, I've got some choices here. I've put in the heart, so I am ready for that one. And I just haven't finished this.
Yeah.
And I love working.
But you could do the round and then go finish the other piece.
Yeah. I love... Sorry, Nance, I'm going to stretch. I love working on this one. I really do. And it's the one that I have Carrie's threads for. I bet I just... Oh, no, I put them there. Good. I did pull them off. I knew I had them.
We're always dropping stuff.
That's my something round. One of those two. Maybe both. Depends on how much time I have to stitch today. It's supposed to be my day off from sewing.
And my something round, you know, I do those beads, but, you know, that snow is round, too.
Well, and Jingle All the Way and Jingle Bells are round, so that would work. Then the next one is Tree Topper.
Ooh, what would we do? Because I haven't gone into these.
Do you have an angel? Do you have a star? Do you have...
Oh!
I got her thinking. Where did I count up on mine? Oh, I already did the star.
Something, how come we have a star? Oh, because we had on day 3 something with a star.
Uh-huh.
So on day 3, I worked on...
Oh, yeah?
Best Witches. So I can go back and put the stars in. I just love that. I think that's so cute.
You know what? Maybe I'll work on this tomorrow because birds could be on top of a tree.
Birds.
And that's the one. I'm on this one. So I could put those birds on top of the tree.
You could do that one for the round and then go back and fill that in.
Well, I said
on it 2 days.
The birds can be on top of the tree. That's a good one. Okay, I was hoping to get back to this. Then something blue.
Well, I'm going to go back to this. Blue flower.
Okay, my floss on this is Deep Sea. That is blue. It's blue-green, but it's blue.
Yes, it's pretty.
So guess what? I think I'll probably be working on the hippo. And this is my big start on the hippo. I really didn't have much time that day. But I got that far. So, you know, maybe I'll work on his little round toes some today if I get some time like that. And we'll see. Okay, and then...
That's the thing you pulled out.
Then something treasured. I think we were thinking it was something that you were supposed to put a charm or something on, something treasured.
I might do this one. The snowman. Because it's got that little treasure down there at the bottom. I don't know.
Something treasured.
Because I'd have to kit it. I'd have to find the floss. I just don't know.
I'm going to go a little different direction.
Oh, that's pretty.
Something treasured. Love. And remember, I'm going to turn the L around, and I am not far on this at all. In fact, I picked this up and said, what in the heck is that? But I'm doing mine on J linen cashel 28 count from Picture This Plus.
Very pretty.
And I've only done that little bit at the bottom. I did pick up, like, I think I picked up 4 of my flosses, but I couldn't remember the other one because I just remembered it off the top of my head. Because I had to make a quick run to Hobby Lobby the night that we were packing the big box. Okay, so the next one is Christmas travel.
Over the river and through the woods.
That works. Who travels?
Santa. Oh, birds.
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 So that's probably what I'll work on that day. And then, and then the next day is birds. So I could probably do the same project.
How far are we going?
Well, today is the 14th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So do you have birds? Are there birds on your Over the River?
No.
Oh, farm fresh eggs. Your eggs, chickens.
Yeah. There's no chickens on there.
Yes, there are right there. They're inside the eggs. Your birds.
She's so funny. So she's saying there's the birds in my pins.
Or the birds are inside the eggs. That works. But Nancy has something else that is there a bird on your cute thing here?
No.
See, I'm looking at all your cute little patterns going, there's got to be a little bird.
Yeah, because I always have birds on everything, but I'll find something.
And then
Christmas
carols next Friday. So guess what mine will be? Again, it will be deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. Technically, it's deck the hall.
Yeah.
Because there's only one hall.
I don't know. I mean, I've got that piece from you that's deck the hall.
Oh, I love that one.
But I'd have to...
You'd have to have a long piece of fabric. I don't remember how big it has to be.
I don't either.
So, and I think it's
some pretty pinks.
I think it's a bent creek.
I'd dig it out, but
It'd take a minute.
yeah.
And then we would be up to next Saturday, and we don't have to worry about that. We'll think about that next week.
Yeah.
I'll think about that tomorrow.
Okay.
So, I think we just went through current plans and projects. Oh, you want to show, did you work on your work piece?
I did. Where'd it go? I did.
I'm only stitching a little bit each night. That's it. No other time.
You know, I stitch every day during the week at lunch. So I get, well, not every day, but I try. So I'm working on Hello Spring.
Love that one. That bunny is stinking cute.
And I've gone past the halfway mark now.
Yay!
So I've got everything all filled in on the half side.
Oh, so cute.
So the half side is right here.
Love it.
I don't know how his feet got okayed, but he did. So I don't have an awful lot left. I've got 2 more leaves, 3 little flowers, and then 2 others. And spring, and I'm done.
Cool. That looks really pretty. And are you loving the Nancy fabric?
I like the feel of it real well, yeah.
Oh, it's a smaller count than you use normally.
It is smaller, and I have to work at work over my dark clothes so that I can see the holes. There's another tip. If you have a lighter fabric and it's hard to see the holes, put something dark behind it. If it's a dark fabric, put something light behind it.
And this is Nancy's fabric, Victorian Motto, Nancy Turner. This one is 32 count, and it's the one that I really love. I don't know if that'll show, but this part has a really good pink splotch on it. And it is a really good natural, or not natural, neutral linen.
Neutral, yeah.
And then she added just that hint of blush in it.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to just be able to catch it and really get it.
I think
I don't know if it showed up. We'll see. But that hint of pink in it doesn't disturb the piece at all.
Not at all.
But it makes it fade away some.
Yes. Yes.
I think that's what I like about overdyed fabrics is that they kind of they almost take a back seat when they're done.
Yeah.
To be like, I mean, some of them, like the Tempest I'm using, is in your face.
Mm-hmm.
But some of these are very subtle, and I really like them.
Somebody asked me what I was going to do with this, too, when I got done with it.
Did you say give it to my sister?
No, I really didn't.
Oh, man.
Good try. But, you know, there are 4 of them because they're seasonal pieces. But if I do it right, I can maybe channel a little bit of Priscilla in here and set it up so that I can trade them out and not have to buy a new frame or
so you would make it
time.
kind of like a flat fold that you could put on then.
Yeah. Or
gotta watch that tutorial, don't we?
Or just, you know, not so much a flat fold, but, you know, set it up so that it'll just slide into the frame and then I can pop that out. Because I kind of feel like I want a frame on this.
You have to come back into the frame a little bit of our floss tube here. I think you're sliding out.
Sorry.
And with that, I think we are at the end. Oh my gosh, this may be our longest video. So be saving your pennies. Be ready for early August. We will be setting that up as soon as we can. So we'll be looking forward to seeing who's going to come stitch with us.
We're excited.
We are. And until then, she's Nancy.
And she's Laura.
And we are the Addicted Sisters. Have a great week.
Bye-bye.
Happy Christmas in July.